Hey Internet, it's Jared. I just want to make this a quick video, or I hope it's quick, because some stuff happened over the past couple days on the channel that I wanted to address, and, there's some other stuff I want to talk about that I really hadn't had a chance to talk about in videos because I record those so far in advance. And, there's an anniversary coming up for this channel, so why not make a video to encompass all of that sort of stuff. So let's dive into the most important thing, and that is, you may have seen that Persona 4 Dancing All Night Part 13, which was last week's DLC, which the date of that was the 16th of July? Something like that. That's been removed from the channel because Atlas Japan gave me a copyright violation for that, so I have a copyright strike on the channel now, which means some stuff's going to change, unfortunately. I probably won't be fighting that thing just because if it's coming straight from Atlas Japan, they have the right to do that. They have the right to say, like, hey, you're in violation of our copyright and all that jazz. That's fine. I'll totally abide by that. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, boycott Atlas now, blah, 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 blah. It's like, whatever. Obviously, this was going to happen eventually. I mean, I'm not surprised that this is going to happen, I was obviously going to get one of these because I'm doing fucking gameplay videos, and, that's an inevitability, but some things that are going to change because of that, since I'm not in good standing with YouTube anymore until, like, January of 2016. Video lengths, or lengths of videos, are going to change starting in September, because that's when basically new videos are going to start, unless, I do something new game-wise and just put that in the 2:30 time slot. So length of videos are probably going to get cut down to about 10 minutes-ish, because I can't upload things longer than 15 minutes now, which is a bummer. So that means, like, if I have to go real long on a part, that's going to be, like, cut up, unfortunately, probably real awkwardly as well. I can't upload the podcast anymore to YouTube, or at least to this channel. I can probably find another way to skirt around that. But, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But, what are you going to do? I mean, I guess I should have seen this coming, especially since I had heard, I think in the comments, someone actually pointed out, I was like, hey, people are actually getting, like, copyright violations for some of these DLC videos. And I was like, they're not going to get me. I don't have that many subscribers, not many views. Unfortunately, with Persona 4 Dancing All Night, bringing in a lot more views and a lot more subscribers than I'm accustomed to, I guess that meant, there's more eyes on the product, and that means, more opportunity to get copyright violations, and that's exactly what happened. So, what else? There's, what else did I want to talk about? That's a good question. Oh, games. Because right now, Persona 4 Golden and Steins Gate are going. Those are still going, so I'm still recording those. Those will be going through September as of right now. I don't know when either of those are going to end. Persona 4 Golden is probably about to wrap up because I'm almost finished recording that. But I wanted to run down some games that I think that would be interesting to play, or at least, maybe some of you will be interested in. At least I'm interested in playing them. So let me put this down real quick and see. Suikoden 2 is on top of my list because I've had that game on my PS3 and Vita since January. Basically when Persona 4 Golden started, and of course I probably didn't expect, P4G to last all the way up through now, but that's been kind of like on the back burner, waiting for P4G to end. So, I mean, Suikoden 2 is obviously, you probably know that game is like, it's the game that was like $100 and $200 on eBay all the time because it was so rare, and then they released it on PSN. That probably dropped that price down quite a bit. Shenmue. I want to play that game just to see what the hype is all about, that series. Obviously, if I play that game, I'll probably have to use a walkthrough because the one time I actually tried to play that game, I got lost so quickly. It was kind of ridiculous, but I think that would be kind of fun to go around or go through and play, and just to see, maybe it's actually pretty good, and I've just been missing out all this time. Or maybe I'm just like, hype. I want to do another run through of Persona 3 Portable, just because the videos on the channel are not to my liking quality-wise. Especially there's some parts in the middle there where, like, the mic quality on my end is real shitty. And since I ran that through an emulator before, like, the frame rate is terrible in some parts, basically, and it chugs a lot. It's not up to my standards in terms of quality, so basically, I just want to do another version of that, but go through, like, the female main character portion, because, she's the best main character in Persona 3. Persona 5, obviously, whenever that game comes out, because, Atlas USA is still saying that game's coming out this year, but, like, who knows? We'll see. We'll have to wait till TGS in September to, actually get some hard info on that game and maybe a release date for Japan, but I won't play the Japanese version just because, since that's an RPG and it's going to be all in Japanese, like, it'd be basically boring to watch me play because I would not understand anything that's going on, and it would just be me staring and be like, yeah, there's stuff going on there, and just, that would not be quality content. And basically with all the stuff that's happening with right now with Atlas, them giving me copyright violations, they probably wouldn't be too happy with me doing that. Which I guess I should mention, since I didn't mention earlier. Yeah, no more Dancing All Night videos until the American release. Like, I'm not going to do any more DLC, just to be on the safe side. There's a Sailor Moon arcade game, I think, that came out for the Super Nintendo that I kind of want to try as well. I just gotta look up some information on that and then do that. Danganronpa, another episode that comes out September 1st, so we'll do videos of that when that comes out. I think I mentioned that on the Danganronpa 2 videos, like at the end there. So if you've seen those, you probably knew that I was going to do that, but just a reconfirmation. One of the first videos I did, or one of the first series I did on this channel, was the original Persona, like the PSP remake. Now, obviously, I didn't finish that because I'm terrible at that game. Like, I'm not good at those games. Like, there's a reason I didn't even finish my off-camera playthrough of Persona 2 on my Vita, because I'm just real bad at those games. But if there's a way that I could find cheaply, because this is actually kind of an expensive game for some reason, the American version of Revelations Persona, the original version of it that came out back in the late 90s, I would love to play that just to see how much they changed that game, like what they did to make it more Americanized, and just just to see how it plays in 2015. I'm sure since it's a mid-90s RPG, it's probably going to be real rough, and I'd have to use like a walkthrough to get through most of it, but I think that'd be interesting to see. Roundabout, it's a PS4 indie game with a bunch of FMV. It's really funny. I think that'd be fun to play, even though I've already beat it, but it's been a long time. It's been long enough that I probably forget like most of the jokes. Metal Gear Solid 3 will happen eventually. That'll probably happen next year, though. Just, fair warning. Also, speaking of Hideo Kojima games, Snatcher, which is, I think, it's an MSX, PC, Sega CD game, but it's one of Kojima's early games. I think he did after Metal Gear 2, that I think would be interesting to play as well. We did play through Police Knots on the channel. If you haven't watched that, you can go check it out. And I just think it'd be... I've always heard good things about that game, so I think it would be real interesting to see just, what exactly makes that game, I guess. And then we'll continue Life is Strange whenever the next episodes come out, because I know, like, they're still working on those. I thought maybe episode 4 might come out in July, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. But, whenever episode 4 and episode 5 come out, we'll do them on the channel. And then... there's probably other games that I'm completely forgetting right now, but if you have suggestions for games, like requests, or like just think like, hey, maybe this would be a good game to play on the channel, go ahead, just leave a comment below and be like, hey, maybe you should play this game, and I'll like consider it if I have the means to, or if not, then I'll just be like, shrug shoulders. Also, I wanted to make mention that tomorrow, the 22nd, is actually the 2-year anniversary of the channel, which is kind of crazy because I did not expect this whole thing to go for 2 years. Because, I kind of started like, maybe I can play games on the internet. And somehow we've made it to 2 years, even though technically not 2 years full, because I did take off like a few months back in 2014 last year, just because I kind of got burnt out. But then I started back up basically around this time last year, and it's been going full for this full year, so that's kind of cool. So here's to another year, Mazel Tov, all that jazz. I guess actually I wanted to make mention, if I can figure out how to turn this camera around. I don't think I can. Let's see if I can do this. here's my. I wanted to show like the setup since the last time I showed this in the pizza video. If you haven't seen the pizza video, go check out Jared's Double Through Life Part 1. Here's a setup that's actually concurrent as of now. I'm gonna hit this button right here. That just took a picture. That was really dumb. So I don't know how this is gonna take. There's my laptop, and then there's the microphone. There's a hard drive there. That's basically my old PS4 hard drive. But I use that now for, like, use it for storing videos and all that jazz. There's a bunch of controllers and all that jazz. And then over here is basically, you know, PS3 is down there, PS4 is down there, Vita TV's over there, the Elgato's back there, the 360's back there, and then it's a whole mess of wires everywhere. So hopefully that played on the camera, right? But yeah, I just want to give you guys an update on exactly what's happening, especially with the Dancing All Night stuff, since there's not going to be any more videos of that until September, or I guess late September, since that comes out at the end of September here in America. And then we'll just do story mode to that, and maybe we'll check out the rest of the DLC that comes out. Who knows? Who knows exactly what DLC is actually going to come out for the game? Because maybe the P4GA stuff that was in that video isn't coming out in America, and they just didn't want that shown on an American channel. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I just want to rather be safe than sorry in terms of Dancing All Night stuff, so put a halt to that. I know a bunch of you guys subscribed because of the Dancing All Night stuff, so if you want to unsub now, I don't blame you. Totally understand. But yeah, that's exactly what's going to be happening. If you have any questions about anything, comments, whatever, just leave them down below. I'll get to answer them in the best of my ability. Maybe I won't be able to. I'll just be like, sure, yeah, shrug shoulders. And like I said, if you have games you want to suggest to add to the list of doom that I have here, I'll probably forget a bunch of them and then not do them. Just leave them down below. And yeah, thanks guys for fun 2 years so far. And here's to a third one, as long as I don't get more copyright strike violations and, you know, nuke the channel. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in game videos, I guess.